Donjo. How are you folks? We're going to take a look at the old dollhouse museum. Had a lot of action happening there the past few months. New wall, entryway, fence, and not stone fence posts actually. So I kind of saw behind the curtain how they were doing it. They just put pylons down, basically concrete rectangles, and then just kind of stuck that surfacey looking thing over it, and that's gonna give them the impression that I get. Anyhow, yeah, they're supposedly going to maintain the aesthetic whilst rehabbing the place and making it available for rent to I think the highest bidder, something like that. I'm behind my friends here. Oh yeah. Nice. Good guys. You can tell he's got kayak things on the top of his thing. These are people who live life. Anyhow, yeah, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see when it's finally done. And of course that's Liam Neeson had what's up dude, had not recorded an album. You can see where my head is. I'm not sure that Liam Neeson has ever recorded an album. I'm not sure, but at any rate, he was in a movie there, and if you go back a couple of years worth of videos, you can hear me kind of talk about it. But they changed the name of the movie, I think, before it was released. So like they were filming, you know, blah blah blah, but then they did the old switcheroo before it got released and changed the name of the film. So I don't know, and I don't have all the time in the world to watch Liam Neeson movies until I find out which one was filmed there. But I did have a heck of a time. It seemed like every time I rode by coming from the other way, there was somebody on the film crew giving me a dirty look. But it was kind of fun because they had all the big black. They're bigger than SUVs. Well, I mean, that's what most soccer moms drive now anyway. But bigger than a soccer mom minibus. And it was all blacked out and everything. And so I think that's where like the crew and cast and whatever was getting ferried. I almost said ferreted. That's rude. Is it rude? Getting ferried to the site and on and off. What? Who cares? You don't even. You clicked somewhere else. Watching Rick Beato's channel. Good for you. Anyhow, yeah, it's just a little update on our Shedraj situation. So, you know, we've got a very active landlord, I'll say, who cares about her property and is making a lot of improvements and doing a great job. Yeah, but right now the Shedraj is under the jackhammer, as it were. Not really the jackhammer, but it's getting improved in every way. And you know how it is when you ask permission of the town, which you ought to probably do, I guess. But sometimes they look for an opportunity to squeeze your coconuts a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So you know, it wasn't just a matter of being able to slap new siding and a roof on. So it's that thing's been jacked up. There's been new concrete footings and all kinds of stuff, and man, oh man, it's gonna be I think weather tight. There's power out there now, and when it's done, it's going to be the perfect place for the Bug Smasher. The only problem is, when it's done, it's not just a shed anymore. It will be something that would be like an extra space, you know, and so we may have to like rent space in it now that it's not just like a dump for rakes and ne'er-do-wells two-wheel vehicles. So anyhow, yeah, we're kind of holding our breath to see, like, can I actually get in there, because you know, we've had a couple thunderstormy days and you know, some hot heat. And Bug Smasher's been outside under the cover, which I'm now realizing I bought that cover essentially when I bought the bike, and so that's 2011. And honestly, like, I'm not completely convinced it's weather tight anymore. And we've had the kind of weather where it's just billowing up and under, and Marilyn Monroeing the skirt, I guess is one way to put it. And so it's just, man, I just feel sick parking it out like that. You know, the thing's shabby enough, and I hate to let the weather get to it. And creatures, I'm just picturing, you know how much I hate dogs, and they're probably peeing on my front tire. That last part's made up. Actually, it's some funny, I would say, what's the positive version of backlash? Yeah, never mind. You come up with something. But yeah, so people happen to catch that video and were like, "You don't hate dogs." I'm like, I know. But if you take one of my videos out of context, you know, and you're one of those guys, you just might go on a diatribe against me. So anyhow, that's where that is. I've kept you on the phone long enough. Aunt Kay, my Aunt Kay, when she was done with a phone call, you would just realize there was silence on the other end. And it's like, wait a second. Okay, hello? Oh, she's gone. Never said goodbye. How long have I been yapping away, and she's not even on the phone anymore? So that's the way it goes. Go ahead. You're already out in the intersection. What do you want me to do? Not you. You could stay back. Thank you. Yeah, you'd be talking along. I mean, granted, I hate the phone, and so I admire her phone etiquette. You know, you just be talking about the weather, you know, whatever it is I would talk on the phone when I was 8 or whatever. And then just as soon as you got around to an interesting point,